Willie D Live.
What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you represent. Throw up your flag. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already on YouTube, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. I'll let a few hundred of y'all come in, then I'm going in. But in the meantime, in the between time, I'm going to give some shots out to the early birds real quickly, starting with dun, dun, dun. T. Davis, what up? Xbox, what it do, Kendall? Chike Hero, Johnny, Linda Moore, Jay Dury, what's up? Is that Jay Idera? Is that Jay Idera? Arkansas in the house. African Pride. Who is this? Teen Mom. What it do? Okay, I see you. Black, was that Black Burner? Black Burner? The DJ Tello, Chicago in the house. Was that Trizon Davis, Michael Keene, Black Magic, or Black Man Cigars, Chevy Attic, 206 Sweetness. Hello, Washington. Greg Mack, what up? All right, fam. It's time to go in. It's time. This has been a long time coming. We knew we was going to have this episode at some point because we've been following Jasmine Crockett's career very closely. And especially since they got rid of her seat, her congressional seat, the Republicans wiped that seat out. That's why she was running for Senate in the first place, because they redistricted and wiped her seat smooth off the map. So here we are. We have Jasmine Crockett and James Talarico, who went head to head on yesterday. And Jazz came up short, fam. She came up short. Now here's the thing, family. You have Jasmine Crockett, who is a seasoned politician. And then you have a teacher and a pastor with no political background. But the teacher and the pastor with no political background wins because he's white and he's a male and he's in Texas. That's right, I said it. I know you. I got y'all down pat, man. You can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool me none of the time. There ain't no other justification for it whatsoever. Well, but she loud, man. She loud and, okay. So check this out. So when a man is loud, oftentimes he's considered passionate. But when a woman gets loud, she's combative. She's aggressive. Man, you think I don't know misogyny when I see it? Man, I got to call a strike and a ball a ball. I know some of y'all don't like that. You thinking that, a woman need to, be quiet and be soft-spoken. Man, this is politics. This is a different game she playing. She ain't your wife. I'm sure she don't talk like that at home with her husband. She ain't doing all of that with a boyfriend or her fiance. She's not like that all the time. I've heard her speak, when she wasn't in Congress and, at the, standing on the dais, standing on the dais, speaking, when she wasn't like leaning on the lectern, leaning on the lectern. I've seen her. So all of this stuff about she loud and this, and when you hear these other dudes talk, all these other guys, any of these other guys, when they raise their voice, you're never intimidated by that. You never say, that guy's too aggressive, man. He needs to calm down. Y'all be like, yeah, give me more of that. I want some more of that, man. That's what we need. We need fighters. We need people who are serious and who are passionate about this, man. We're literally at war. There's a war going on. And y'all motherfuckers talking about tone? Man, beat it. Get out of here with that, man. I don't want to hear none of that. So Jasmine Crockett conceded the Democratic primary in the state of Texas for the Senate race to James Talarico on yesterday. Well, actually, she conceded early this morning. She did call for the party to be unified behind Talarico, who secured the nomination overnight. Here's what she had to say. Texas is primed to turn blue, and we must remain united behind this because this is bigger than any one person. This is about the future of all 30 million Texans and getting America back on track. So that's the high road. That's the road. That's the high road, and that's the road to take. Once you lose for whatever reason, you lose, you concede, and then you unite. That's how you're supposed to do. You go at each other's throat, and it's all out war. But once it's over, it's said and done, you concede, and then you unite because there is a bigger fight for your party. This is just the primaries, it's not the general. So now that the Democratic Party has its nominee for Senate, now it's time for them to go head to head against either Ken Paxton or the current governor. I mean, not the governor, I'm tripping. The incumbent, Corin. Anyway, fam, a lot of people had a lot to say about this. A whole lot of people had a lot to say about this. But I could tell you straight up, this was about race more than anything. And the Democratic Party didn't do Jasmine Crockett any favors. The trip part about it is Jasmine Crockett has been one of the more effective voices for the Democratic Party over the last few years. They don't deserve her. I'll say it again. The Democratic Party does not deserve Jasmine Crockett because the Democratic Party overall is weak. Their voices are weak. They're meek. They're low key. They're mild. This guy, Talarico, he's not going to be effective. I'm going to tell you straight up. He has a good chance of winning the Senate because Texas, for the first time in 50 years, looked like it could flip blue. So I think that he might be able to flip it, but he's not going to be effective. I don't think he'll be effective at all. People are like, well, he's calm and he's measured. And man, I don't want to hear all of that, man. Are you effective? That's what I want to know. Are you going to be effective? Because if you're going to just stand there, sit up there and question these bandits in Congress, these bandits that work in government, or these shady business tycoons, and you're going to make it just a dog and pony show, you're going to sit up there and talk like Louisiana Senator John Kennedy, Well, I don't think you're lying. I don't think you're lying, but I just don't. I just find it hard to believe that you wouldn't know that. Get the man, shut up, get out of here. Call a strike, and a ball, man. Call a strike, and a ball. So now Talarico is going to face the Republican runoff. And that's either Senator John Cornyn or State Attorney General Ken Paxton. That's what he's up against. His biggest threat is the incumbent, John Cornyn. That's his biggest threat. If you want to really get down to the nitty-gritty, I'm gonna try to help you understand why we should first look at the basic qualifications. I'll tell you why this guy won, why Talarico won, basically an unknown on the state level. Basically unknown. Definitely unknown on a national level. Definitely unknown on a national level. But to understand why he got the vote over Jasmine Crockett, let's break down some of the basic qualifications for both. So James Talarico's background is rooted in education and public service. He attended the University of Texas and later pursued graduate study at Harvard. Before entering politics, he worked as a public school teacher. That experience became central to his political identity. Since being elected to the Texas House of Representatives in 2018, Talarico has built a reputation as a thoughtful communicator on education policy and ethics in government. His speeches often circulate online because of their calm philosophical tone and moral framing. You see that, fam? See, I was pretty fair with him, right? That's fair. That's accurate. I'm not going one side or the other. I'm just giving you the facts. This is what I see from him. When I look at him, when I studied him, when I examine his qualifications, this is it. This is fair and balanced. Same thing with Jasmine Crockett. So let's take a look at Jasmine Crockett's qualifications. And I want you to think about what I just said about James Talarico. Jasmine Crockett comes from a very different professional path. She's a lawyer trained at the University of Houston Law Center. Before entering politics, she worked as a public defender and later as a civil rights attorney. That work required courtroom litigation, constitutional analysis, and direct confrontation with systems of power. She served in the Texas House before being elected to the United States Congress in 2023. In Washington, she has quickly become one of the Democrats' party's most visible and forceful voices during congressional hearings. So in purely technical terms, both are qualified. Their credentials simply reflect different routes to public life. And Talarico represents the education legislative tradition, while Jasmine Crockett represents the lawyer advocate tradition that has produced many of America's most influential politicians. And that right there should have given her the edge. But it didn't, because you had these people that have this idea what a politician should be, a leader should be. And you have those who are who still have this attitude that a woman can be out in front and lead the march. A woman can organize. She can organize. She can lead the march. She can do analysis, stats. She can rally the troops. She can provide information and instructions. And she's good to bounce off of for ideas. But God forbid she lead. Because if she leads, then she'll probably make an emotional decision. We got a guy in the office right now who makes emotional decisions every waking moment of the day, every single day. And everybody knows everything he does is based off emotions. He is a very, very, very emotional dude. If you go strictly by his emotions, you would really think that he was a woman. Because that's oftentimes, people like to say, well, women do things based on emotions. Well, you can't say that anymore because there's a lot of emotional dudes out there now. We've seen it. I think the internet exposed a lot of dudes out here who are emotional. Everything Trump does is based off of his emotions. We're at war right now because of his emotions. But y'all was scared to elect Kamala because you were afraid that she was going to do something based on emotions. She was going to send us to war based on emotions. She was going to make some decisions based on emotions. When every gut decision that Trump has made since he's been in office has been based off his emotions. Even going after U.S. citizens. Well, they did me wrong and I'm coming for revenge. I'm coming for all of them. I want them all. It ain't got nothing to do with the law. I don't like them. They came after me. They tried to put me in jail, so I'm going to try to put them in jail. I don't care if they didn't commit a crime. Lock them up, charge them. Emotions. But you won't vote for a woman? A woman who's qualified, who's more qualified, who's more than qualified? Fuck out of here. I don't respect you. Straight up. I do not respect you. When a man raises his voice in politics, he's often viewed as passionate or principled. But when a woman raises her voice in politics, the tone shifts. She becomes emotional, angry, unprofessional. That's the way they do. Man, I care about results. I don't give a damn about none of that tone stuff y'all talking about. I care about results. When I was rapping, I would oftentimes read people, these magazines, and they would talk about how I was a forceful rapper. I was forceful. I was aggressive, but I wasn't lyrical. They would say he wasn't lyrical, So I can get the job done. I'm getting the job done. But because I'm not, in their mind, lyrical, I can't be rated as a top MC. Man, kiss my ass to the end of time. I'm one of the best to ever do it. I got proof. Go listen to the records. Songs that stood the test of time. Right now, you can go listen to them songs right now. And everything I said, and I mean everything I said, is still relevant. Because I did it that way for real. I did it that way because I wanted it. I wanted the music to stand the test of time. I wanted my lyrics to stand the test of time. Damn the tone. Are you effective? Are you effective? Results. That's what matters more than anything. Results. Are you effective? This guy, he's all right. Talarico, he all right. But he ain't no damn Jasmine Crockett. He ain't no star like Jasmine Crockett. He ain't no litigator, lawmaker like Jasmine Crockett. He ain't in the community like Jasmine Crockett. And you know, in politics, names matter. A lot of people get voted a lot of times just off name recognition alone, like Corwin, John Corwin, the current senator. He gets reelected off of his name recognition alone because he don't do nothing. He is a do-nothing senator. He does nothing. So for this guy to come out of nowhere and beat a star in the Democratic Party, that lets you know that the Democratic Party did not support Jasmine. Now you think about, why did they not support her? Why did they not put all resources behind her and say, hey man, hey James, good luck with that, man, but Jasmine is our girl. You know, she been holding it down for us. You know, we some weak motherfuckers over here, and she be making us look strong sometimes. So we gonna rock with Jasmine. Nah, let me tell you about the Democratic Party in Houston and in Harris County and in Texas. The Texas Democratic Party and the Harris County Democratic Party. Harris County covers Houston. They don't mind a black candidate, but it has to be a black candidate who they can control 100% of the way. And they couldn't do that with Jasmine. They got to be able to control her. They're going to control him. You can believe that. The Democratic Party, let me explain something to you about the Democratic Party. And that's not just in Harris County in Texas. That's all over the United States. Let me tell you something about the Democratic Party. Hold on, let me get rid of, I got me a few trolls in here. Hold on. So I can do this. Boom. That's a block. Block party officially open right quick. Let me see who else I got. I'm blocking now. I'm blocking. I'm looking for some trolls, but I'm on it now. I got to get rid of trolls because trolls are hoes. Okay, so if I catch another one, I'm getting you. I'm gonna get you. You ain't got no life over here. I am going to extinguish you from the first comment. You ain't getting no second chance. Okay, anyway, fam. Back to this guy. Let me tell you something about the Democratic Party in Texas. The Democratic Party in Houston or Harris County, you know, and in Texas, they want black people who are going to be status quo black people. This is why a lot of times we hire these black people. I mean, we vote for them, we elect them, and they do nothing. Because the Democratic Party don't want them to do nothing. They just want their vote. And they want that vote to count when they need certain things passed. But they don't care nothing about black people. That's the Harris County Democratic Party and the Texas Democratic Party. They don't care nothing about black people. They want a black person in their seat that they can control, who is going to adhere to the status quo. And if they won't adhere to the status quo, they are going to try to put a white person up against him that will do what they need them to do. And if they can't find a white candidate to beat you out in a primary, they are not going to support you against that Republican candidate. They will not put their weight against that Republican candidate. I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I saw with my own eyes. So I blocked this one sucker, fam. I blocked the sucker that was in the comments who said something about, Willie, how much they paying you? Who paying me? Because I just got on the Democrats' head. I stay on the Republicans' head. So where I'm getting my check from? Who get? I want to know where this check coming from, because if somebody owe me some money, they gonna pay me my money. I want to let you know that. Let me get Jazz and James off the screen for me. Let me explain something to you about me. If somebody owe me some money, they gonna pay me my money, because that money ain't just my money. That money belong to my kids. Okay? I need that money, man. If I work for it, it's mine. I need it, and I'm gonna get it. So if somebody's out there paying me to say what I'm saying right now, or supposed to be paying me, I need you to identify the party who's supposed to be paying me. Identify the person. Give me a name, a number. Hell, I don't need a number. Give me a name, a photograph, and an address, and I'm gonna go get my money, man. That's how serious I am about my money. So I need to know that. I got me another one. Hold on. Got another one. Ooh, that was quick. I saw that not the corner of my eye. The block party is officially over. The block party is officially open. Who else? Who else want to get blocked? I'm good at it. I'm Mutombo around here on YouTube. I'm Mutombo. Yeah. It's funny because when you have a name, when you have a brand, you're not supposed to have you can have an opinion as long as your opinion aligns with the person who might be critical of you. You ever notice that? Like, if you have an opinion that's opposite of somebody else's opinion and you got a name, well, you must be getting paid for your opinion. But they must not be getting paid for their opinion. You know, like you can say the same, I can say the same. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you uncivilized much something. Any of you who ever thought that I was getting paid to say anything that I say, well, I can say the same thing about your ass. Oh, but you ain't got no name. That's right. Ain't nobody gonna pay you shit. You can't even get paid for your opinion. So that's one of those deflection things that they use. They try to deflect. That's the thing that they do. Like if you got a name and you say something that they don't like, they say something that they don't agree with, well, you must be getting paid. So that means everybody must be getting paid, because everybody got an opinion. But I want to circle that wagon, fam. I need my money. Anybody who say, for the ones who say I'm getting paid, I need you to identify. In fact, I'll do you one better. If I'm getting paid, I don't know who that is who's supposed to be paying me, but if you can find out who owe me some money, because I don't even know I'm supposed to be getting this money, right? This is like free money to me because I don't even know I'm supposed to be getting it. So if you can identify the person who's paying me, I'll give you half of the money. Because I'm going to collect. I'm not even asking you to collect the money. Just let me know who owe me some money. I'll go get the money and give you half because I don't even know they owe me some money. That's how serious I am about getting my money. So if you can identify somebody who owed me some money for sharing my political opinion, let me know so I can go get my money. Because I'm going to tell you straight up, if I was getting paid to do something, I wouldn't have no problem saying I'm getting paid to do something. Because a lot of y'all ain't getting nothing for your opinion. So if I was getting paid for my opinion, that's free money. Hell yeah, I'd like to get paid for my opinion. This is my opinion right here. This is me right here. This is what I feel. This is what I think. This is what I'm standing on. If you want to stroke me a check for saying this, stroke it, baby. Stroke it. I need that money, man. Stroke it. Going into the comments. What's up, Nikki? Bevo guy, what up? And I agree with that. I agree with that. Who is that? Parapa? I don't know what that name is, but Parapa. Yeah, I agree. I don't think he's going to be strong enough to win the Senate. However, the Republicans are vulnerable right now. They're vulnerable in this state right now. So it's possible that anybody could win right now. It's possible. It's possible. It's going to be tough to win the Senate in Texas for the Democrats because, truth be told, Beto should have won the last time around. He should have won. He is a much better person, a human being, and candidate than John Cornyn. But John Cornyn is a Republican, and they got the numbers. And Texas is a red state. But in these last few elections, they have been flipping. It's been flipping. Republicans have been bleeding. Yeah, man, they've been red for real around here. So who knows? Who knows how it's going to go? Regardless of how it goes, we got work to do. No matter who wins, no matter who gets in, we got work to do. So I wouldn't sit back and wait on a savior. I wouldn't sit back and wait on any of these people to improve my life. I got to win no matter who's in office. No matter who wins an election, I got to win in life. I'm not taking 4 to 8 years off of building and growing and being productive because it's a dude in the office that I don't like. If he winning, I'm going to figure out a way for me to win, to continue to win. Black Men Rising says, tell Jasmine to join the long line of unemployed Democrats. Tiffany Henyard, Kamala Harris, saved her a spot. Loudmouth, indoctrinated, money first scam politicians gotta go. Dude, if you ain't, let me tell you something, homie. If you ain't talking about the scamming that Trump and his family doing right now, let me just ask you that. Are you talking about that? Are you speaking on that? Before I say what I'm gonna say. Are you speaking on, I'm asking you directly, Black Man Rising now. Are you speaking on Trump and his family raping and pillaging the American people and getting these government funds? His son started a drone where he's a partner in a drone company a drone company that's not even 2 years old, and they got a $600 million contract. If you ain't talking, are you talking about that? I want to know. See, if you're going to speak about corruption, if you're going to speak about the scam, and speak about all of it. If you're not going to call out corruption in the Trump administration, if you're not going to call out sexual predators and child traffickers, human traffickers, if you're not going to call out child abusers and predators on the right, you have no credibility if you do it just for the left. Likewise, if you're only going to call out the ones on the right, you have no credibility if you don't call out the ones on the left. But some of y'all got that selective outrage. If I was Jasmine, I wouldn't even be tripping too hard, because the Democratic Party don't deserve a real rival. They don't have real warriors. You know what I'm saying? Like, warriors in the Democratic Party catch too much hell from their own party. So they don't deserve a warrior like her. They deserve to get stepped on. This dude is going to be status quo. He ain't going to make no noise. He's going to quietly vote against the interests of Black people. On and on and on again. He's going to be a status quo senator if he gets in. If he gets in. Mark my words. That's my time, fam. I appreciate y'all joining the live. Until next time, enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. No more talk.